Inshallah, we proceed. And we said Al-Hakim or Al-Qadi has the full power over this person or the bankrupt person's money, and he has to distribute it over the lenders. In this situation, there's an order. Okay, there's an order who gets money first, and what situation. يقول ابن قدامة رحمه الله: يبدأ بمن له أرش جناية من رقيقه فيدفع إلى المجني عليه أقل الأمرين من أرشها أو قيمة الجاني. This first situation is something that we don't deal with. All right, these days we don't deal with, and that has to do with having slaves, and your slave attacked someone, and what happened is the damage more than the value of the slave. Whatever it is, you pay the less. This is something we don't deal with, so inshallah we don't have to talk much about it. قال ثم بمن له رهن. Then the next person who gets his money, or who has the priority to get his money paid off, is someone who supported or who backed up his loan or his debt with rahn, with collateral. All right, with collateral. In this situation, okay, if I, for example, I'm the one that they freeze my money, and they want to distribute it to the people I owe, and one of these people, when he lent me the money, or when he sold me the car, financing, or whatever the situation, he said, this is the $5,000, but I want you to give me a collateral, a guarantee that you're gonna pay it. So we give a collateral, let's say, my apartment. Another person lent me $5,000, but he doesn't ask for collateral. All right? The person who there is on the loan or on the debt, there is a collateral, has priority to get paid before the person who doesn't have collateral. All right? Now, how much do we pay him? We look at the value of the debt, and we look at the value of the collateral. Whatever is less is what's paid. So for example, if he lent me $5,000 and my apartment is worth $100,000, how much we pay him? $5,000. Sometimes collateral is more than, or rahn is more than the debt. Sometimes it's less. He just wants something. All right. So usually he gets paid. The person entitled to get paid his debt, he usually gets paid the less if he has rahn. All right. So from this you can see that not everyone gonna get paid the exact amount. Why?
Because in the first place, he's more flexible.
Exactly. In the first place, he doesn't have enough. He has less money than his debt. That's why we're going over all this. All right. But at the same time, you want to balance, and you want to get people, other people, some of their money. All right. قال وله أسوة الغرماء في بقية دينه الذي لم يره. Now, regarding the other people who have debts, or who he owes money to, then they're all equal, since they don't have collateral. All right, they're all equal. Okay. قال ثم من وجد متاعه الذي باعه بعينه لم يتلف بعضه ولم يزد زيادة متصلة ولم يأخذ من ثمنه شيء. Now this is the third person. Now the statement before is just to continue the idea of having collateral. So the first one is arshu jinai. The first person who gets paid is when the slaves are involved. We don't have to worry about it. The second person who gets his money paid, is the one who there was collateral in the transaction. The third person who gets paid is equal high in general.
The person that sold you something and find it's whatever he sold you.
Someone who gave you something, who lent you something, who sold you something, and you still have it exactly the way it was. But there are conditions here. So in other words, if me again getting my money frozen and distributed, I bought from let's say from brother Zakaria here a car, all right? When the judge comes and take all my assets and the car is one of it, the car is still the same. He is entitled to get back his car. So we're done with it. Now there are conditions here, all right? First condition is bi'aynih, meaning the same thing he sold. So not he sold me a car and I have two cars but not his anymore, and they say, okay, I sold him a car, so I take a car. I sold him a Honda, I will take the Lamborghini. No. Bi'aynih. The same thing. Got it? The same one. Alright? Even if it's different brand, even if it's different year, the same brand. Bi'aynih, yani the same one. That is the situation. That is why he's entitled before anyone else. Because he got what he did. The second condition is it did not increase. زيادة متصلة. Now when we talk about زيادة متصلة, the car will not apply. But for example, when they sell animals, okay? Meaning he sold me a camel and then I took care of it, and he sold it to me when it was a baby. I took care of it, I grow it, it's heavy now, it's worth more, then it doesn't apply anymore. We do not say this is the same camel he gave me so he takes it back. No, because it has different value now. I can pay more of my debt instead of just giving it back to him. Alright? Then he's gonna get more. So very important. And the third condition, all these conditions need to be available. The third, if it's possible. The third condition is he did not get paid anything. So if I bought his car and they give him $2,000 down payment, he's not entitled for that anymore. Because what, he's gonna get the car and the $2,000? All right. So these are the three conditions. So that is the third person who has priority. After that, all of them. All the other lenders, okay? All the other people will be given a share based on their loan or on the debt. So if we have three people, I owe one of them, I owe 100,000, one I owe 50,000, and one I owe 10,000. They're not going to all get the same amount, the ratio. All right? So I take my money, and the one who has 100 gets most of it. Okay? The one who entitled for 10,000 gets 1/10 of what the guy with the 100,000 got. All right? And that is how these distribute. Oh, the brother Yahya asked the question before the Salah, and I said I'll answer it in front of everyone for the benefit. And that he asked, what if someone I owe money to and he disappeared? I don't know where he is, disappeared, run away, wherever he is. Okay? What do I do? And I want to pay it off. I want to take it off my responsibility. Usually what you do with that, you give it in charity. Give it as salah. If it happens, this person shows up one day. Alright? Now you give the sadaqah on his behalf. Right? If he shows up one day, you have two choices. Or you give him two choices. Either you tell him, I gave the money in sadaqah on your behalf, so if he accepts that, alhamdulillah. Or he said no, then you have to give him back his money. Alright? Ajruk ala Allah. And that sadaqah will be for you, inshallah. Alright? That is how we deal with the situation. قال وينفق على المفلس وعلى من تلزمه مؤونته من ماله إلى أن يفرغ من القسمة. That's the question of the brother, قال ابن قدامة. And from this money, you spend on the bankrupt. This person that having his money distributed or divided, from his money you take, or he takes what's enough to support him, support his family, and support those whom he's responsible about. So if he's taking care of his parents, if he's taking care of an orphan, if he's whatever, then that is his responsibility. That he's given from that. He continues to be taking or to be given from that, more accurate, to be given as long as the division or the qisma is taking place. Once it's over, it's over. Alright? Okay. Now, one of the issues, when the judge is distributing this money, some of the ulama said it's recommended that you have al-muflis present. It's recommended you have the person who's getting his money distributed present. Okay? And they said for many hikam, and one of those is it looks like he's giving the money away. Alright, might be more softening to his heart. Also, usually when someone is selling his own stuff or giving away his own stuff, they can have more value than when he delegates someone to give it, to sell it. Alright, you understand? Because we're talking here about very much, if I could use that term, but with restriction, we're talking about auction. His wealth is going into auction. They're auctioning his property to pay off. Because someone doesn't want a house, he wants money. So they're going to auction the house. You understand? They're going to auction the car. They want money. So the judge will sell everything. So usually when he's present, he knows the value of his stuff. So he can get more for it. Alright? So that's one of the hikam why they said it's recommended. قال موفق ابن قدامة رحمه الله إحصاء ثمنه وضبط. That it's better for him to be present, so he knows exactly the value of things. Okay? And he knows how much it's worth, everything. And also رغبة تكثر فيه. Again, as I said, people will want it more than if he wasn't present. If he asked someone just to, and this person might not care that much. أطيب لقلبه, as we said. And also they said الغرماء, even the people who want their money, also it's recommended for them to be present at this qisma and this division. قالوا إنه يباع لهم لأنه إذا بيع فسيؤخذ الثمن ويقسم عليهم بقدر ديونهم. So the auction will be sold to them better than other people. So this way they can get a share or they get part of their loan. أنهم ربما رغبوا في شيء فزادوا في ثمنه فيكون أصلح لهم وللمفلس. Maybe one of those properties they like, this person had a house, a car, whatever. Someone of those who wants the money likes it, so he wants to buy it. So he might put more money for it. So this way it can waive more of his debt and it can help the other person, the bankrupt. You know, so ulama didn't leave anything. أطيب لقلوبهم وأبعد عن التهمة. ولعل فيهم من يجد عين مال فيأخذه. And also some of them might find exactly what he gave, like one of the situations, so he can take it. Now, we have talked about الحجر على الشخص لنفسه أو لغيره. We said الحجر 2 times last time. إما لحظ نفسه أو لحظ غيره. يعني for his own benefit or for other people's benefit. Now what we talked about tonight, is it for his own benefit or other people's benefit? Other people's benefit. The other hajr, which is for his own benefit, takes place on 3 types of people. Who? Huh? Yatim. So those people, usually someone will be in charge of their money because they are not capable of dealing and taking care of their own money. Safi, yatim, and majnun. Crazy person, the safi, the naif, someone who is oblivious, who doesn't know how to deal with money. And the third person is the yatim, the orphan, until he reached the age where he's capable of taking care of his own wealth. Inshallah, this we'll talk about next time. So we'll stop here, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to benefit us with what we heard, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep us on the straight path. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to take our lives Muslims, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless us with this ilm and to help the Ummah of Islam. Inshallah, this will be the last lecture until after Hajj, but we come back December 1st, right? So that will be Tuesday. Will it be? Tuesday? We can always use calendars.
Yeah, it'll be Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday? Inshallah. So that's a Tuesday. So next time we meet, inshallah, December 8th. Here, December 8th. And Brother Jawad will be giving you some lectures for the preparation for the Eid, inshallah. So next time we meet December 8th, so we ask Brother Zakaria to be ready to receive us after Hajj and the red carpet and all this good stuff. That's good. All right. So قولوا قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم وصلى الله على محمد. جزاكم الله خيرا. السلام عليكم.